Okay, I got this pretty loose. I don't want it to do a funky crack up there. There. Okay. Oh, there's another. There's another 2x6 right here too, and one back over there. And I don't know if this will pop off without one. Oh, it's just going to break halfway. That's all right. See, this is nailed. Got another 2x6 right there because I used it for like 3 studs for that column up there. Yeah, slow and go on that. So I'm going to have to clean it all just up to here. And I can probably get a little bit out from the back. So when I put the new piece in, I can kind of shove it into that pocket a little bit. I'll have to measure it just right. There's no real secret on doing this. It's just taking a little thought process and deciding how far you're going to want to take it out based on what your project is like, you know? I'll mess with that up there later. So I'm going to be like a little beaver. I'm chopping away at this stuff. Once I get all that cleaned up, I'll show you what it looks like. Well, it's day, I don't know, 6 or 7 of this project. And I told you I'd show you this area here after I got it all cleaned up and stuff. And it looks like, you know, I took the scraper to it, these 2 scrapers, and I tried to get most of the stuff off. And this one felt pretty solid. But I got into the back of it and there's still white stuff. Every time I scrape there's more white stuff. Same over in here. Look at all this down here. And this one had white down there. I really didn't want to take that off. Take this out, but I think I'm gonna have to. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take this one out too. And I was having dreams last night. Okay, what am I going to do with this column? Because I really should take that 2x6 out that goes all the way up, that 2x6 out that goes all the way up. This one here looked pretty good all the way down, and I was trying to convince myself that I shouldn't have to replace that, but look at it up there. See all that stuff? I got to get that out of there. Once I get that out, that'll determine whether or not I have to take the OSB plywood out over there. I'm hoping to save this piece of plywood, but see these 2x6s here up high where they still have all that, those mushrooms on there, and the top plate, that top plate way up there. Look at that. It's all nasty, and I really didn't want to take that top plate off, but you know, I think I'm gonna have to get up in there. And you see this OSB plywood, see all the staples? I bent all the staples down here so that I could get up in there, and there's still, oh, look at all those staples. I'm gonna have to bend those down so that I can shimmy up in there and not gouge myself on there. As it is, I gouged my elbow the other day. I was on top of that bucket, I had it upside down, and I was stepping on it right here, and a couple of nails were sticking out here, and I whacked my elbow on it, just above my elbow. It's hard to see where it is now, but it left a gouge. It's right in there somewhere. I can't even see it. Mommy helped me. She put some disinfectant on there and put a band-aid on there. We rinsed it out. Felt like it hit my funny bone, but it still feels like that. It felt like that all night. And my arm's really sore today, all because one of these nails was sticking out. I thought, oh, I'll be careful. And voila, accidents happen. So I think I've got to get up in there, and whatever I have to take out, I've got to rebuild. I got to take it out and then rebuild the inside of this cabinet or this column. And I'm hoping the column's not going to fall down. I'm pretty sure it's not, because the stucco goes all the way up on the back side of that. Because see, if I take, look at that, I take all that stuff out, how on earth is that thing holding up? Well, the back side goes over and it's held up on the stair, and then outside the stucco goes all the way up continuously. And I'm not, you know, I might have to leave this one 2x6 until the very last, and then replace everything on that side, bring it down before I take this side out. You know, something like that. I may have to do something like that. Last thing I want is for this thing to come crashing down, but I really don't think it's going to, because we've got the stucco paper up there, we've got the chicken wire up there, we got the stucco. That cap is probably pretty heavy. It's probably over 100 pounds. But I think that is going to all stay. Last thing I want is all of a sudden for it to crack or something. You know? So I thought of it last night, and this morning I thought, yep, you know, I think I'm just going to have to do whatever it takes to get up in there. And I'm going to try stepping on my bucket and setting it over in here. But what I might have to do, I might have to actually build a platform, you know, up yay high with some 2x4s or some 2x6s. I've got a couple crummy 2x6s over there, and maybe put a top piece on there so that I can stand on it, so I can get up here, so that then I can reach all the way up in there. Yeah, I was thinking last night, whenever I get a project like this, it's hard to not think about it, you know. So I thought I was going to work on this column today, you know, cut that off, take the 2x6 off, take the 2x6 off, figure out what to do with that stuff. But I think I want to concentrate on this column, see what I can do up there, and get a little dirty and see what the possibilities are going to be about getting up inside of there and getting all that dry rot out. you know, I don't want to just patch it and leave half the dry rot up there and put a couple 2x6s down here and call it good, and put some OSB plywood back over it and just forget about it. Well, then I'm not actually fixing the problem. I'm putting a band-aid on the problem. Plus, I've got the floor, a section of the floor over here is going to be held up by this column to a certain extent. So I got to have a nice strong 2x6 here, strong 2x6 there. I don't really want to piecemeal that 2x6. I've got to take that one off. And I'm hoping that I can fish a 2x6 up in there, you know, the full length. That's going to be tricky too. And I was thinking, well, maybe I'll put 2x4s back in there instead of 2x6s. And I thought, well, you know, that might compromise the box of this. And I think I'm pressed on doing 2x6s, but I think if once I take this 2x6 out, I'm hoping, oh man, I was hoping to get something in there, but I might not have enough room down here. May have to put a 2x6 over in there and then swing it up into this box. Worst case scenario, if I can't, I may have to piece the new 2x6s together and then put a scab on them. I really didn't want to do that either, but we'll see. You know, whatever I have to do to get this done, I'm going to do it. I've got to make this thing sturdy, and I want to do the best I can do and not have to think about it later and think, I should have done this, I should have done that. Well, I'm right in the middle of it. I was hoping to get this whole project done in a couple weeks, but you know, it could take me another week or more just to get all the dry rot stuff out of here, get all this stuff patched. And you know, once I take that one step off, I'm thinking about even taking this next one off. I was been telling myself the whole time, I'm not taking it off, I'm not taking it off. But see, I dug into it right there, and right in here, it's all dry rotted. But when I stand on it, up top, it seems to be okay. But since I'm in the middle of it, I think I might as well take that one out too. It's a matter of taking these screws out, taking those screws out of that bracket, and that's it. You know, and then I think this will loosen up and swing out of there, kind of like this top one. But you know, hey, you'll just have to keep watching the videos and see how I do with this overall project. I got a ton more videos that I've got to make of this project, so you're in for a treat. Keep watching Joe, see how I'm going to fix all this stuff. And remember when I changed my Sawzall blade, I said I wish I had a 9-inch blade, and son of a gun, I did find it. When I changed out the 6-inch blade, here's my 6-inch blade. When I changed it out, I kind of set it down, and it fell, and it got all of the stuff that I picked up. For the life of me, I could not find it this morning. I was like, where is that? And I thought, could it be possible that I just picked all this stuff up and I didn't even notice it when I was throwing it in the bag and stuff? You know? And so I ran out to the garbage container because it's garbage man day today. And I thought, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, because I had all kinds of stuff I was going to have to sift through. I moved a couple things, and voila, there it was. And I'm glad I did that, because this one is almost brand new, nice and sharp. Got to be careful about these blades, and usually I am, but you know, whenever you change your blades, make sure you put it up somewhere, put it off to the side, you know, over here somewhere, and don't just drop it down on the ground. I don't think I dropped it. I think it just was on this ledge, and it probably fell down when I was knocking the 2x6s down and stuff, and I didn't notice it. So I'll leave it over here this time. Okay, so that's my particular project, my mini project for the day, is to get up in here and kind of figure out what I'm going to do with this column. If you want to watch that, stick around.